Hey guys, so today's video is spring eyeshadow palettes. I think I like watching these like new ideas of makeup to use for different seasons of the year, different situations. If you guys want like a whole tutorial of my makeup for spring, like the stuff that I usually do, which is like glowy, more natural, still kind of full coverage but natural looking, kind of that whole thing, then I'll do that one as well. But I think eyeshadow palettes are like the main thing you switch up. Usually complexion products stay somewhat similar looking. You'll have like a skin tint or a foundation or whatever, but it kind of all looks very similar. I think eyeshadow palettes are like the most exciting part, and lips, right? So these are my eyeshadow palettes for spring. Obviously I'm going to be using other ones as well because I don't stick to seasons too much, but then again, I don't usually wear like a vampy look in springtime, so I don't think it goes. But these are like my picks. These are the ones that I'm like, I'm probably going to be using these the most. I have some lower end, some higher end, indie brands, luxury, just a bunch of things. So all different price points, all different sorts of brands for you guys to pick from. Before we get into the video, subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement because it helps to push the channel out so more people can find out what palettes to use for springtime. Don't take that information away from them. That's very mean. My Instagram, my puppy's Instagram, my TikTok where I do little like drama recaps will be in description along with my actual drama channel. So let's get into it. I'm gonna go by brand, so all the palettes from one brand and then move on to the other one because I have a lot. I'll start with my biggest brand, like the one that I have the most palettes from because I think they have the most variety and they come out with the most brands, and of course it's Colourpop. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? Let's start with small and get into the bigger ones. Recently I tried the Animal Crossing collection and I think all of those palettes are perfect for springtime. No wonder they came out now. When I say collection, I'm gonna show you one from each collection because otherwise we'd be here all day. So they came out with 4 quads. This is the Labelle of the ball, which is the purple one. I had it recently. I think this one's really cute. I love the glitter on it. I love the 2 mattes, well, the sequin and the matte that they put in, and I love the shimmer. I think this look is stunning. It's bluey, it's purple, and I think it's just perfect for springtime. I think this is like the easiest look really because it's actually 4 shadows. It's like you know what you're doing. You don't have to pick, you don't have to choose, you don't have to decide. It's there. You do a transition, you do a deepen up, you do a bit of shimmer, you might even do a bit of glitter if you're feeling wild, and if you're not, then you know, you get the shimmers. I think it's just such a beautiful springtime palette and it's very easy. When that comes back in stock, and I think it's back in stock, so I'll just link everything in description. If it's not in stock, then come back another time and it might be. Recently I also got the Hello Kitty collection, which I actually was so underwhelmed by when I saw pictures of it, and then I got it because I think I had like a bit of a discount code or something. I had something to use up, so I got it and I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how my look came out with this. It was very pink, it was very mauvey, it was very nice. I think it's weird because this is supposed to be a winter time collection because it's like so much fun, like it's a very Christmassy palette, but I think it's more springtime than anything. This is what it looks like. It's like a pastel-y vibe. This is the deepest shade, so it's like a plum with pink sparkles going through it. Last time I did a look with this one in the transition, this one to deepen up, this one slightly to deepen up, and then I used both of these shimmers here. I'm still yet to use these. I think you can get like a very nice orangey look. You can get a nice pink purple look, and then you can get a nice like pinky look. Once again, super simple, super easy. You don't have to think about it, right? You get, and I like how it's evenly spread out. It's 3 shimmers, 3 mattes, 3 sequins. I think it's just, and if you go in rows, you just get a whole look done within 2 seconds. I think this came out really pretty actually. This shade in the middle is super special, and so is this shade. I just think it's a nice simple springtime palette. Then for some nudes, if you're not a colourful person, then we get Nude Mood and Blush Crush. So for Nude Mood, it's warm tones. I don't have to even explain myself. This could be an all year round palette, and it kind of is. I just think it's so stunning for springtime. Like a kind of like a this look, which I actually did with one of the Animal Crossing quads, the brown one. That's on my eyes today. But I think you can get the same with this, but just more variety. The quad is just 4 shades. I just think it's really nice. It's got 1 super shock shadow, 1 shimmer, another shimmer here, a sequin, and the rest are mattes. I think this palette's beautiful for springtime, and it's just like a nice, gentle, soft glam. Blush Crush, slightly more springtime. It's pink. It's like a muted pink. Once again, it's got a super shock. You get 2 shimmers, 3 sequins, and 3 mattes. I think you get a nice variety, and I think it's just like the perfect pinky, subtle, but still like nudie look. Colourpop came out with a pastel range. They have the Aura and Out, the In a Trance, then they have another one, the Peachy palette. Anyway, this is my favorite one from the pastels. It's called In a Trance, and it's a pink purpley blue. You get basically a variety of shades. Let me just try and tip it away that you could see it. So you get the pinks, you get the purples, the blues, and then you get 1 glitter in the middle and a super shock shadow. This super shock shadow is a bit of a dud. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This one is very greasy and it kind of creases on my eyes, but you might have some more luck with it. I just use it in the inner corner as like a blue, purple, spacey inner corner. But for springtime, I like to do like a pinky purple or like a pinky blue. I think it's nice if you like more color. The Sailor Moon palette, very springtime. I haven't used this in a while and I'm looking forward to bringing this one out. You get the yellows, the like corally shades, the pinky purples. I just think it's really nice. And then you get like some nude, kind of like more neutral shades up here. I just think it's a really, really nice springtime palette. But it's still like more bright down here, but then you get some more toned down colors down up there. The last two, I promise I'm almost done with Colourpop, but then we'll get into other palettes. Wild Nothing. This came out summertime last year, I believe. It was right when I started buying Colourpop, and it's so muted and it might seem a little bit boring to some people, but I just think this is perfect for springtime. You get like cool tone browns down here. You get like a pink shimmer, a muted green shimmer. You get two Super Shock shadows, one more muted and one more yellow gold, and then you get like these very like light shades up here. I think this is so beautiful. I was so underwhelmed when I first saw this on Trend Mood, and I was like, I'm never gonna buy that. Like, that is so boring. Look how muted it is. And then I started using it because I bought it for some reason. I always say I'm not gonna buy it, then I get it anyway. I started using it and I was like, this makes the easiest looks. You literally can't go wrong with anything that you pick here, and anything you join together just goes together really well. This is like such a simple springtime palette. I think it's just like, it's really good. If you like springtime shades but all of these are too like pale for you, I think the Garden Variety is really nice. It came out for springtime last year and I think it's just a good palette. I think people didn't give it the hype it deserved. I really, really like this palette. I think it's great. Okay, you get a large variety of shades. It's kind of similar to the Hocus Pocus. It's just more springtime than it is autumn. I think Hocus Pocus is the autumn version of this. Tell me this isn't springtime in a palette. And these are also set out kind of like, you got some simple looks you can do. Like, you can do this brownie gold, you can do this like pinky, you can do a purple in the middle, and it goes quite deep with some of these shades down here. You get a few Super Shock shadows. Or do you just get one? Okay, I think you just get one. I lied. You get a few shimmer shades. You get the green, the purple, the gold. You get some sequins. I just think this is a really nice springtime palette that isn't too pale, and you can actually deepen it up with some of the bottom row shades. So if you like deeper looks, because I know some people don't feel comfortable with more pale shades, I think this is quite nice. Those are the ones from Colourpop that I would recommend for springtime. I think it's just really nice. Oh, and a little one. Got lost. Indie brands, okay? Let's start with Kaleidos. I like the Sashimi City palette. It's one of the more recent launches. This is a nice soft glam nude look. It's got the pink, it's got the gold, but it's also got very staple matte shades that you can do any look with, and then you can either go pink or you can go gold. You pick. I think this pink's very special. It goes from like brown to hot pink, and this gold is also stunning. The Kaleidos formula is also amazing, so you can't really go wrong with it. But I think more springtime is the Lunar Lavender. This one's so good. Guys, this is what it looks like. This shade here is everything Dream's made of. It goes from purple to blue, and then these purples are stunning. You still get a brown if you need it, and then you get this like beautiful lavender shade in the middle. Oden's Eye. So today's video is actually sponsored by Oden's Eye, and if you want 10% off your order, you can click the link in the description, and now let me show you guys some of my favorite Oden's Eye springtime palettes. So we get the Soul Mane palette. I'm going to show you why. Okay, you get some neutrals, right? You get some beautiful neutrals. I used this all spring and summer last year because it's just the perfect palette for spring and summer. You get some warm tones. You get this like beautiful gold, yellow, green. Then up here you get yellow gold, a few nice just gold simple shimmer shades, and the purple. You can do a one shadow look with this and then just add a bit of a shimmer on top, and it just looks incredible. Like, this purple here is the showstopper. It's amazing. Like always, the Alva palette. You can't go wrong with it. It's a beautiful springtime palette. Look at it. It's just so pretty. I think this is going to be one of my staples for this spring. It's just, you get some deeper shades like the maroon type burgundy shades, but you also get like mauvey pinks, cool toned pinks. You get a neutral kind of transition shade. The yellows, the whole yellow row, I think you can make some good looks out of that. I sometimes use the yellow in the inner corner. I just think it looks so good with the pink look. And the shimmers, this pink's one of my favorites, this pink's one of my favorites, and this purple I used like no other. Look how much of a dip there is in there. I think this is the perfect springtime palette. New collections, they really did it for springtime. This one is an all shimmer palette, but I think this is a great addition. If you have a lot of matte shades that you really like, or a lot of matte palettes, or mainly matte palettes, I think you need this one. Look at it. So you get an orangey fiery shade. I think this one's absolutely beautiful. Then you get this like satiny blue lavender. These two just work like magic. And then this one in the middle is a very special shade, so you can either use just the pink or just the orange, or you can mix them together, and this one looks like glass. Like it actually, it's got such a intense shimmer to it. Like if you mix it together, let me just show it to you guys on the finger. Like that looks like I just wet my finger into a beautiful like ice lolly. Like it's just so beautiful. I just think this is the perfect addition to any eyeshadow collection. And then from their previous collection, the Alva 2 Mini Forest palette, which is one of their mini palettes. I think these are great for like travel and just like a more small condensed color story. But this one is going to be perfect for spring. I can't wait to whip this one out. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, this blue here with this like shimmery, you can tell how shiny that is. You get this like beautiful like terracotta shade with like a greeny gold, and then these in the middle, once again special formula, you get yellow or you get green, like a forest green, and if you mix them up together, look at that shade. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. Like just topping off any look with these is so gorgeous. I think these are like the perfect springtime palettes, and I'm just so happy to be working with Oden's Eye yet again. I know you guys love them, I love them. I've been loving them for probably close to a year now, and it's just been amazing seeing all of their collections just get better and better every single time. But even some of their older staples are still so good, but they just manage to improve every single time. I'm just so grateful to be working with them, and I just know that these are the palettes I'm going to be using this spring. I just love every single one of them. I love that they're all different color stories, different like formulas, different shimmers. It's just chef's kiss. Wonderful. So if you guys want 10% off your order, click the link in the description, will be the first link. And yeah, enjoy your new palettes for springtime. And thank you once again to Oden's Eye for sponsoring today's video. Now we're starting to get more high-end. I'll do high-end and then I'll do luxury. There is a slight difference there, okay? I actually thought long and hard about this, and I thought this one was perfect for like a high-end springtime palette. The Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. Look at it. I think this is such a good springtime palette. The formula on this is unreal. The 9 pans are great, but this one is amazing. So you get some turquoises, this glitter shade, well, it's like a glitter shimmer, I'm not really sure, but it's beautiful. You get like a purpley, you get some pinks down here, maroons, golds. I just think you get everything you need in this one palette, and it's just a really good springtime palette. I think this is cohesive, this is big. This is for the people that enjoy big palettes rather than small palettes. You get a nice variety here. I think I picked some good different sizes for everyone. If you like a big palette, I'd say this is the most cohesive big springtime palette. I don't know if this is luxury, if this is high-end, somewhere in the middle. The small Charlotte Tilbury palettes, but most importantly, one of their most like underrated, kind of misunderstood formulas, the Flawless Eye Filter Luxury Palettes. Now these are kind of like a baked formula, so it's instead of like pressed shadows, they're baked, kind of, they feel like it. And they're mainly shimmers, there's no mattes. This is one of the paler palettes, they have like some other ones, and these are the kind of shadows you can just apply with your finger, so you can do like a one eyeshadow look. If you're not more of a complicated eye look person, then you can just do like one of these. See, it's not shimmery, but it's not satin, it's just somewhere in the middle, and you can take your finger and blend it out on your eye, and it's not matte, it's not shimmer, it's just beautiful. And you can literally not even use a brush, you can just go in and blend it out with your finger, and you get one eyeshadow look. Do you see how beautiful that is? It's just like the perfect formula. So these are more like satiny shades, and then you get this one more shiny shimmery that you can just use on top. So if you just put it on top of this one, you'll see how it transforms, and now it's become like a more shimmery shade. I think these are, well, they're called the Flawless Eye Filters. I think it's just that. It's like it makes your eyes look not like they have eyeshadow on, but they're just like this perfect shiny something. It's like one of those like no makeup looks, which I think comes into play during springtime. Most people start to use skin tints and liquid products, and I think this eyeshadow palette could be one of those like out the door, quickly tap it on. I used to do this all the time, and it would take me like 2 seconds to get an eyeshadow look done, and I wouldn't use any brushes. I'd just go in with my fingers. So I think that's really just, it's just really nice. It's like a really nice formula, and I think it's really misunderstood. Let's get into the last kind of more high-end before we get into luxury. Natasha Denona. These are £22 each, and I'm assuming they're $22 each as well. And I think this one is perfect. The mini retro palette. It's super pale and beautiful and pink. You get like a grey green with a silver, and then you get 2 pink shimmers, and then one like pale cool toned pink. I think this is stunning for just like a natural, simple, cute springtime look. Luxury. then you guys know what I'll bring out. Pat McGrath. I've got 5 palettes, 4 quads, 1 mothership. Let's get into it. For quads, I have a few options for you guys, okay? So she doesn't put like names of palettes on the thing, so I'll just link them in the description and you'll find them, okay? So these are the 4 special shades at the end on the right hand side of the mothership palettes. If you just want the special shimmer shades, this is the one I'd recommend. Look at it. You get a gold, you get a pink, you get a copper shade, and this one is a gold to yellow shift, and it's basically pure glitter. So I recommend using a glitter glue with this shade in particular. The rest are more smooth, but this one just on top of any matte shade. Beautiful springtime. Okay, all shimmers once again, but these are the more smooth formula. If you like a deeper, more colorful, bold look, I think these are going to be stunning. Like a blue or a green or a gold. I think the purple's a little more vampy, but I still think these are like flower shades, right? They're just shades of flowers that you see out and about during spring, and I just think it looks beautiful. Even if you just did like a 1 shimmer look. We start to get into like actual quads. This is Divine Rose Luxe Quad Eternal Eden that just came out recently, and this is what it looks like. I think it's a beautiful springtime look. You get like a cool toned pink, a hot matte, a mauvey matte, and then like an inner corner peachy shade. Tell me this isn't spring in a palette, because you're lying. Okay, the last quad, the Fleur Fantasia from the Christmas collection 2020. I think this is like an underrated palette, but I think it's a beautiful springtime palette. You get this like peachy matte, this almost like fuchsia pinky purpley shimmer, then you get like a satiny, like a lavender shade, and then like a smooth gold shade. Springtime, in my opinion. For a big palette, if you are looking to get a big palette, I think for springtime, soft, kind of cool toned pinky mauves are the trend now. I'd say the Divine Rose 1 is probably your best bet, okay? So you get these like pinky, very toned down looks down here, and then bing bang, you get amazing shimmers. A gold, a coppery, this goes from copper to pink, as you can see. The shift's nice. And then you get like a beautiful gold. This is one of her best golds. It's so smooth. And then you get like an inner corner shade, 3 regular shimmers, and 2 mattes. I think this is spring in a palette. Just more muted and toned down. Those are all of my picks for springtime palettes. Big, small, more affordable, indie, higher end, luxury. It's all here. I'll link it all in the description. I hope you guys enjoy these. And I hope you enjoy Oden's Eye. Like I said, click the link in the description for 10% off your new favorite palettes for springtime. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. All links in the description along with my drama channel, social media. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.